Welcome back to Next Bike World, your ultimate destination for everything on two wheels. Today, we're diving deep into a motorcycle that's got heritage in its veins and a modern twist in its heart, the 2025 Royal Enfield Bullet 250. If you're a fan of timeless design mixed with practical upgrades, this is a ride you don't want to miss. Stay with us as we uncover every detail about this new age classic and why it might just be the best entry-level retro bike in India today. Let's rewind for a second. The Royal Enfield Bullet isn't just a motorcycle, it's an emotion. With a legacy dating back to the early 1950s, it's one of the longest-running motorcycle nameplates in the world. But over time, while the Bullet retained its iconic silhouette, riders began demanding more refinement, more reliability, and a better balance between tradition and technology. Enter the 2025 Bullet 250, a smartly downsized yet modernized version of the Bullet that aims to hit the sweet spot between affordability, daily usability, and that classic Royal Enfield charm. This new 250cc version doesn't just shrink the displacement, that redefines what the Bullet can be for the next generation. Under the tank lies a newly developed 249cc, air and oil-cooled, single-cylinder engine that's been finely tuned for linear power delivery and optimal torque. It produces around 20.4 horsepower at 7,500 revolutions per minute and 22 Newton-meters of torque at 5,500 revolutions per minute. Numbers that don't scream performance on paper, but in the real world, it's the kind of power band that makes city cruising and relaxed highway riding incredibly satisfying. And yes, it features a fuel injection system for improved throttle response and efficiency. Mated to a 5-speed gearbox, the powertrain is smooth, refined, and surprisingly peppy, especially considering the traditional DNA of the Bullet. This new engine is quieter, vibrates less, and feels more responsive than older generation Royal Enfields. In traffic, it's friendly and forgiving, and when the road opens up, it's got enough grunt to maintain a steady 90 to 100 km/h cruise without fuss. And let's not forget the exhaust note. Royal Enfield has done a fantastic job retaining that signature thump, but in a softer, more refined way. It doesn't growl as loud as the old 350s, but it still has a deep and satisfying beat that sets it apart from generic commuter bikes. Moving on to the design. The Bullet 250 is unmistakably Royal Enfield. The tank shape, the hand-painted pinstripes, the teardrop headlamp, and the long rear fender, it's all there. But look closer and you'll spot the evolution. The fit and finish have improved dramatically. The paint quality is richer, the welds are cleaner, and the overall construction feels more solid and premium. The round headlamp now comes with a halogen bulb and integrated LED DRLs, offering better visibility and a hint of modern flair without straying too far from its roots. The semi-digital instrument cluster blends analog charm with practical digital features like a trip meter, gear indicator, fuel gauge, and even a basic service reminder. No touchscreen, no excessive tech, but just enough to keep things functional. Royal Enfield has retained the classic single-piece seat, but it's been reworked for better cushioning and comfort. The riding posture is upright and relaxed, with wide handlebars and mid-set foot pegs making it suitable for both short city runs and longer weekend rides. It's ergonomically friendly, especially for newer riders or those upgrading from smaller commuter bikes. Suspension duties are handled by telescopic front forks with 130mm travel and twin rear gas-charged shock absorbers, which provide a plush and composed ride, even on bumpy roads. The 2025 model strikes a nice balance between comfort and control. It's not as soft as the older Bullets, which had a wallowy ride, nor is it stiff like some sporty 250s. It's right in the middle, tuned for the kind of riding Indian roads demand. Braking is managed by a 280mm front disc with dual piston caliper and a 240mm rear disc, both equipped with dual-channel ABS as standard. That's a big win for safety and confidence, especially for newer riders. The brakes offer a progressive bite, not too sharp, not too dull, and contribute to an overall feeling of control. Now, let's talk weight, because one of the major pain points of the older Bullets was how heavy they were. The 2025 Bullet 250 weighs around 168 kilograms, which is significantly lighter than the classic 350s. This makes it much easier to handle in traffic, easier to park, and a lot more forgiving for beginner riders. Combined with the 785mm seat height, this bike is very accessible even for shorter riders. In terms of fuel efficiency, expect around 38 to 42 kilometers per liter under mixed riding conditions. That's more than respectable, and with a 13-liter fuel tank, you're looking at a practical real-world range of 450–500 kilometers before needing a refill. And now, the big question: price. The 2025 Royal Enfield Bullet 250 comes in at an estimated ex-showroom price of a superscript 11.65 lakh, making it one of the most affordable retro bikes in the Royal Enfield lineup. It sits comfortably below the classic 350 and the Meteor, both in price and displacement, but still offers that same old-school Royal Enfield charm that fans adore. So, who's this bike really for? If you're a first-time buyer looking for a stylish, approachable motorcycle with a rich legacy, this is a fantastic option. If you're a college student or a young professional who wants a mix of style, daily rideability, and weekend fun again, the Bullet 250 makes a lot of sense. And if you're a Royal Enfield fan who wants a more manageable and lighter alternative to the heavier 350s, this bike is tailor-made for you. Its unique selling points: first and foremost, the brand legacy. There's no other 250cc motorcycle in India that offers the kind of emotional and cultural value that a Bullet does. Second, its retro-modern balance. You get the old-school design and vibe, but with just enough modern touches to make it practical. And third, the refinement. Royal Enfield has worked hard to shake off its old reputation for being vibey and unreliable. The 2025 Bullet 250 is smooth, dependable, and easy to live with. In a market filled with aggressive, sharp-looking 250cc sport bikes, the Bullet 250 dares to be different. It's not trying to be fast. It's not trying to be tech-laden. It's here to give you a relaxed, character-filled ride that stands out without shouting. Of course, it's not without its limitations. If you're someone who needs razor-sharp performance, corner carving agility, or high-end features like ride modes, TFT screens, or Bluetooth connectivity, this might not be the bike for you. But if you want a machine with soul, or ride that connects you to the road in a more visceral, emotional way, the Bullet 250 delivers. And with Royal Enfield's extensive dealership and service network across India, maintenance and parts availability won't be a problem. It's not just a bike, it's a long-term companion that grows on you the more you ride it. So there you have it, the 2025 Royal Enfield Bullet 250. It's light enough for the city, tough enough for the highway, classic in looks, and modern in experience. It's a Bullet for a new era, built for those who want the magic of Royal Enfield in a more accessible and practical package. Let us know what you think of the new Bullet 250. Would you pick it over the classic 350? Or do you think it's the perfect first Royal Enfield for new riders? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Next Bike World for more reviews, comparisons, and deep dives into the most exciting bikes on the market. Thanks for watching, and as always, ride safe, ride free.